long time ago, and I can't tell you how many root beers that I had there. Can't begin to even think how many I had. And hot dogs and just amazing past for me because I grew up in a part of town, Bedford Township, that we used to have foot-long hot dogs and all that all the time. Came out here and it was like, oh my gosh, we still got somebody that can do this and do it well, do it better than everybody else. And you were surely good at this, but you also deserve your time to retire and to ride off into the sunset smiling. You really deserve it. And definitely going to be missed. One thing I do want to make a comment, if I said something about it, is I don't remember when the Dream Cruise was started, but I do remember when we had our own cruise here in South Lyon that one year, and it looked like American Graffiti had invaded South Lyon. And it was pretty amazing to me, and it's a huge impact on me from all these years. I'm a car guy, but I'd be lucky if I can change the tire and put water in and stuff. You know, I'm just not that guy, but I like to drive them. And you really did it up nice. It hasn't been done well, done anywhere as close to that since. We're trying, but boy, that's a tough act to follow. And so I wanted to say from the deepest part of my heart and what you meant to my family and everybody that I know that have come to South Lyon, that know me, that have come here to have food, that you were truly going to be missed, and you had a wonderful business there. And I think everybody might want to have a little something to say. If they don't, it's okay. But thank you.
I'm going to present a little bit of a different perspective, Ed. You had great food, great service. I think you know what I always order, you know, the BLT, and I'm still a little upset that I can't get the recipe for the coleslaw. But I think what I am going to miss the most, quite frankly, is going to be your friendship. You have been so wonderful to me. Whenever I've come over, we've chatted. You've given great advice to me over the years. I think many of us have stepped in and chatted with you about politics. You have a phenomenal mind, you have good vision, and I think that is what me and some other individuals are going to miss, is that Ed's not going to be around in our lives. And you played a very, very important role for many of us. And I just want to say thank you for sharing the friendship, and it's the friendship that I'm really, really going to miss. So best to you, your son, and your wife, and as you move forward, and hopefully you'll come back to town once in a while and I can give you a hug. So thanks so much.
I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in that Airstream. Now you're going to have a lot of quality time, a lot of time to finish it. So I was at the RV show Sunday and I was laughing. I kept looking for the Airstreams, but I know you're going to enjoy it. Spend a lot of time with it, and then travel, see the country, and enjoy these years. You guys have definitely deserved it.
Thanks. My family will miss the hamburgers and the foot bombs or the hot dogs and the root beer. Everybody in my family enjoys them, has enjoyed them as they grew up. One of their first treats was being able to go there by themselves. So there's a lot of memories for our family. We thank you for those. Enjoy your retirement.
Ed, well-deserved retirement, and you will surely be missed, even though I know you're not going really far, but you will be missed. When I moved to South Lyon, almost a decade ago, when I told my friends I was moving to South Lyon, the first thing they said was, oh, that's where the root beer place is. And these are for people from out of town, so definitely destination, and you put us on the map, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. So, like I said, well-deserved retirement, and I wish you the best. Enjoy it with your family. Thank you, Ed.
I remember my first time at Browns, I was 7 years old. It was after a soccer game. And I know I come in and out of Browns a lot, but you probably don't recognize me, but I live right down the street and I walk there. And I'm getting married this year, and I was trying to diet and be really strict, and I was like, well, Browns is closing, and I can't do that because this is like an exception. So I walk back and forth, and with my fiance and friends, we'd go there, and I mean, countless hot dogs, countless still cheeseburgers, bacon, all that good stuff. So I'm happy to say that I'm willing to sacrifice my diet for that. It's a good run, and like I said, from coaching soccer to playing soccer, it was like a tradition afterwards, we would all go to Grounds and Eat. So thank you for everything you've done for South Lyon as a community. You were a staple, and it's gonna be kind of, well, a huge loss, not kind of a loss, but definitely a huge loss, and it's gonna be some tough shoes to fill. So again, thank you for everything you've done, all of you, thank you.
I think it was just a matter of time, bad timing, because I think Mary would have probably had you cater her wedding. If it would have worked out.
Serious thought was given to that.
Clearly, your commitment to the community has been just overwhelming. Your family has been here for a long time, participated every time you drive by there and see baseball team kids enjoying themselves, and you know how tickled they were. I mean, everybody that, when we took our own children there, and how excited they were to be able to go get a Coney, and I still think that that root beer that you served was by far the best I've ever had. I have no idea why, but it was just exactly what it needed to be. And
It was the water Glen.
But I really did appreciate going in there for a nice cold root beer. I'm just hoping when you guys end up finding yourselves back in town that you'll be happy with how the place is transitioning and moving forward. And in spite of you guys not being a part of it, we're going to continue working towards improvement. So, but good luck to you and enjoy your retirement.
You know, Glenn, that was a pretty good statement because her fiance's family grew up down the street from me. And so we all went to that same place that had the hot dogs and the root beers and the pops, so she might have been able to cater that. So, maybe,
Well, I know Ed and I talked over many a conversation at lunchtime, whether at the counter or at the table, and it's funny because most people think about going there and getting a burger or a Coney. My oldest daughter, Emily, though, is in love with Ed's tuna fish sandwich. And it's a type of tuna fish sandwich that your grandmother made. It wasn't too much a stick of tuna fish. It was just a nice layer on white toast with a little bit of lettuce. And when I took Emily in there about 3 weeks ago for her last trip there, that's what she ordered. So I'll always have those memories of it.
I'm wondering if I should echo the water comment, you know. But the root beer was always wonderful. I made it in actually last week before the weekend, so I didn't have to stand in that horrendous line for the last pour. So it wasn't quite the last pour, and I certainly echo Maggie's comments about we want the recipe for the coleslaw, because that was my favorite thing. But good luck in retirement.
I will say, I remember the first time I took my son there after we moved to South Lyon. When we moved back to Michigan, my son and I were both very excited about one of our favorite hot dog places, which is actually on the other side of the state. But when we moved here and we found Brown's, we found our second home here in South Lyon. Not just our house, but another hot dog place that could be our favorite place, and someplace that we can get root beer to take home to make our root beer floats, and we will definitely miss it. Sorry we only got to enjoy it for a couple of years. Wish we could have been here longer, got to enjoy it more often, and enjoy your retirement.
I do want to say one more thing. My son moved down to Cincinnati, and he's 30 now, and I'm old. So he was a really little guy when I first took him there. He got into a big discussion with some of his friends, because down there they don't really know what conies are. They don't really understand the mix. And he got into that, and then he brought Brown's up more than once in the conversation, and they were like, what is this place? You know, and then he brought in the root beer. And they were like, he says, they don't even serve root beer down there. You know, I mean, it was like, so your name got tossed all the way down almost to Kentucky because he was bringing it from South Lyon down there and having a big argument over how to make hot dogs. And he says, Brown's did it right. I hate So, but you are truly going to be missed. I just want to state that. And there's so many people, I'm sure, that would state the same thing. All the things that have been done in the city through the years has come and gone through your shop, you know, and I'm sure you've heard so many stories and so many things from people that you could probably write a book. And you'd be probably very interested. So,
I have to say that you must be just incredibly proud of the valiant service that last week. I mean, your staff was there for a long time and humping the entire day. That was really quite a commitment. That was very impressive. They had to just be dragged out when it was all over with.
They were. And with all the memorabilia, where's that going?
A lot of it's been sold off to customers. The big stuff, I'm going to do a small garage sale, what's left, cars and things like that this Saturday. But most of them are real, local customers.
maybe we can convince you to, before you're on the way out, to do some kind of a, not your dad, Browns root beer down at Witch's Head or something. That might be an interesting way to ride out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss your place. I mean, it's not a normal business. Just to be in business that many years and to do what you've done takes huge dedication from yourself and your family, you know. I had a business, my wife had a business in town, you know how hard it is to run a restaurant